think what is most appealing or most important would be to make sure that the individual really feels confident, they have confidence in their own ability, and strangely they have confidence in the coach, so they believe the coach can give them the ability, the talents, the expertise in order for them to perform. So top of the tree in sports psychology definitely is confidence and belief. It is the most challenging, is making sure that they have the right level of confidence. You wouldn't want anyone to be too confident, overconfident. So sometimes some individuals, some athletes you'll see become arrogant. They think they are better than actually their ability sort of offers. So sometimes it's about getting the right balance in terms of the confidence, in terms of their own self-belief. I think what is absolutely critical with a team of what I would call elite athletes or elite players is absolutely how they get on together, so team spirit. So for example, last season when I worked with Leicester City, the team spirit was absolutely phenomenal. I'd witnessed team spirit in other teams before in different sports and in football, but nothing like the level of it that happened at Leicester City last season. So one of the focuses is how can you get those individuals actually really to work well together. And strangely, one of the things that's so important is not just that they collectively have a belief in what they can achieve, but is the fun aspect, is the it's a strange word really to use in the arena of professional sport, but it's happiness. You know, there's been a lot of research that talks about an equation that says, when I get success, then I get happiness. Actually, the research puts it the other way around. If I start with happiness, I have a really good chance, I increase my chances of being successful. So in amongst all the really hard work for the team, you have to make sure that actually the team are happy. I think, and I'm really happy to say this, one of the things that has really changed is the awareness and the understanding of the mental game. The whole area of sports psychology has grown and grown and grown, not only becoming more broad, so there are more recognition of where it is valid and applicable, but also in terms of its depth, in terms of the techniques that can be used to help people actually perform better. So we can look at young players can use the services of a sports psychology much earlier to help them overcome anxiety or nerves or worry or apprehension. So they start performing with confidence at a much earlier stage in their career. I think one of the latest ideas from in sports psychology, but also in business, is the concept of resilience. Meaning, how do I bounce back? How do I come back from those negative experiences, those negative situations, and still allow myself to perform at the very best? I have a great example that's happening right now at this very moment. One of my clients, a guy called Alex Thompson, is competing in this incredible race that takes around 3 months. It is a solo, single-handed race around the world in a yacht. He mustn't stop, he mustn't take on any provisions, he's on his own. From the start of the race, he must never stop or get help for outside assistance. Presently, he is in second place somewhere off the south coast of New Zealand. And we've been working on resilience, and that means how does he cope with fear? So those times when he's just, in fact, come through a really terrible storm with waves that are 5-6 meters high, huge winds. How does he cope with fear and still manage to perform at his very best? But also, how does he cope with boredom? Because sometimes the boat actually just sits, there is no wind, so he's bored. And how does he cope even with loneliness, with grief, because he's left his family and friends? So the ability to to bounce back, to go from a negative experience and very, very quickly get into that high performance zone, that's so, so important at the top end of sport. Of course, it depends on the talent. It depends on a multitude of things, the physicality, the quality of coaching, many, many things. The one thing I would say, and of course it's my domain, but is without the right mental aptitude, without that mental game, it will be really, really difficult to reach the top. The good news is some people, I say this almost unfortunately, some people don't need a sports psychologist because they already have inbuilt, because of the quality of coaching, they have an inbuilt aptitude to get to the top. But some people, of course, do need assistance.